It had been a slow day at the security desk in the building. One of those slow days where time dragged, where you believed it was 7 o'clock, but the clock only said it was 4:15 if you were to believe the infernal contraption timepiece from the 10th level of the underworld. Hell. There had been no calls, no activity on the CCTV cameras, no guests, no deliveries, nothing. So the guard stared out across the way at the large city park out of the newly fallen snow. He watched the wind whip through the park, picking up snow dust and swirling it around, very similar to the dust devils that he had seen out in the desert as a boy. He called them snow devils, for lack of a better term for them, really. He watched these devils dance in the park, mesmerized, until a voice from behind broke him out of his trance. "I think you have a package for me," the voice said. The guard startled and turned, and he saw it was the weird guy from 13, the heavy-set one. There was something off about him, slightly off kilter, and the way the light glistened off his eyes made the security guard all of a sudden very nervous and very uncomfortable. He had thought about his brother sending him all those videos about the uncanny valley and those things that dwelled in there. And from the moment, he wondered, and then quickly dismissed it as utter nonsense, garbage, stupid. So the guard said, "We did have a package for you." He grabbed the keys off the desk and took them to the little package room along the back wall. He opened the door, and they went in. The guard said it was the Chewy's box at the very top shelf. "I'll get it," the resident said, and he reached up, and the guard heard a ripping sound, like fabric ripping, stitches coming loose. He saw a feather and some stuffing fall out. He thought the fat bastard had ripped his coat. And then the dawning realization and the horror set in as it wasn't the coat that had been ripped. The resident's side had split open, and stuffing and feathers were pouring out onto the floor. The guard, with his eyes wide and mouth open, took an involuntary step back. "Ho ho 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 ho!" The resident laughed, looking at his insides coming out. "Oh, you shouldn't have seen that." And the guard, to his amazement, saw that the complexion of the resident started taking on a felt-like appearance, like an uncanny valley muppet. Puppet? And before the guard could get a word out edgewise, a velvetly soft but vice-like grip wrapped around his throat, and he was shoved into the back wall. The resident's other hand grabbed his wrist and held it firm. All the guard could do was stare at him in wide-eyed disbelief as the resident's lips peeled back to reveal sharp, needle-sized teeth made out of felt. As the resident continued to smile, his cheeks cracked open, revealing the teeth. From here to here, it really was a grin from ear to ear. The resident let out as his eyes fell off and shattered. His human eyes shattered to the floor. They were glass and revealed the black buttons from underneath. "Oh, you really shouldn't have seen that," the resident puppet said, and opened his mouth. The guard wanted to scream, and then there was darkness. The creepy man still lives on 13, and no one has seen the guard since.